Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Creative Saints Podcast. I'm Josh.
I'm Victoria.
And
Happy Wednesday.
Well, it's going to be Friday. But we're recording on Wednesdays. Little sneak peek behind the scenes.
No, we're recording whenever we have free time right now. That's how this is going.
I may be a little extra enjoyable today or annoying. I don't know. Because I stayed up working until 2 a.m. And
I have a feeling it's going to be the latter.
Wow. Okay. Well, jumping right in.
But you didn't put ice in your coffee.
I didn't put ice in my coffee,
so that it wouldn't annoy me.
And I actually just showed my coffee like there was video, which, okay, episode 25 was supposed to be, we're going to start having video episodes.
So y'all can see our lovely faces.
We can't do something that's not going to be done with excellence, and so it's going to be postponed. So the big episode 25 coming soon
that we've been teasing for
and let's be
4
honest,
weeks
it's
now.
been me. It was very doable, but in the midst of a full client load, multiple other things, trying to buy a house, getting ready for school starting, we don't want to just rush in to do it and do it not great. So little grace is going to be given, something.
Right? Yeah, y'all are going to have grace for the fact that there's nothing to reveal in the 25th episode.
We'll do a little song and dance. I don't know.
Well, they won't be able to see us.
So episode 30, we're going to shoot for doing video. And if we can do it beforehand, we will do it. And obviously, you'll be the first to see it.
And y'all can keep us accountable in the meantime. Okay,
so we woke up this morning after staying up late, and there was no power. Victoria hit the espresso machine and went.
I thought our espresso machine was broken, and I just didn't know how the rest of the day was gonna go. Like, we can go get coffee somewhere, no big deal. But if it was broken, so a few months ago I poured water in the bean hopper, and I was literally racking through my brain, like, what did I do to this machine? It's not working. However, it was a brownout, so the power was like half power.
Wait, you thought that the thing that happened a few months ago was causing it?
I thought that I had done something to break the machine again.
Well, let me just reassure you, the machine is great. It has no issues. But that
meant we had no internet.
We had no internet.
We had half lighting.
I stayed up late last night, so my computer was only like half charged. It was a very concerning morning of, oh my God, we have meetings later. We have a very full day. And
just trying to figure out what I was going to do with my hair. What are we doing?
I was definitely concerned about my hair. So anyways.
Well, they don't know that that's a joke because we don't have video.
I mean, we do get on social media. We are online. Sorry. Okay, so I think we're going to try and do a little bit more of this type of like fun, engaging, back and forth. Let us know if you like that. Or if you like the cold, hard, get into the
cold,
topic.
Hard facts.
Last week was heavy.
It is heavy, and we love talking about serious stuff, and I think it's really easy for us to go there. But I also think it's important that people understand that we're just like, we have normal days, and we're not constantly talking about the Bible, except that we are, and we're not constantly talking about clients, except that we are. But most of the time it's in this tone, and I don't want to just like put episodes out there with like these, I don't know, rough, hard, like heavy topics all the time just for the sake of having interesting content when like this is who we are.
Yeah.
And
I will say the episodes like last week are worth a second and a third listen. It's
100%.
I've listened to last week's episode twice, and I cried one time and was like reminded of a few things. So not to plug the pod, but to plug that lifestyle and that like chunk meat content of that episode, of just framing everything as worship is something that I feel like I'm probably going to go back and listen to that more as like a reminder.
Yeah. we've had a lot of good feedback from it, and it's the first time I cried on the podcast. So there you go. Let's not talk about trauma. Hopefully I only cry because we're talking about worship.
Today, we're going to talk about really just the things that we are loving about life, what's inspiring us. Like, this is going to be really chill, but I think there will be, because we are so passionate about being parents and creatives and a married couple and running a business and Jesus and all the things, there, I think there's always going to be like a little bit of weight to it and some depth, but we're just going to keep this more fun today.
Yeah. I think it's important. I don't know. I don't want to always have to put pressure on ourselves to have like, what's the big takeaway? Like, that's not really true to life, I guess. And in reality, we're working through a really busy schedule and trying to figure out our homeschool schedule and trying to figure out like, that kind of stuff. So there's just real life happening over here.
Actual mental load right now is, it has to be so planned out.
Yeah.
And every day I'm like going through and rewriting my list of, okay, I've got to focus on these things and get these things done. And that includes figuring out normal life, everyday life, church, clients, all of the fun stuff. So, well,
and I think it's just like par for the course. Everybody's dealing with this in some form or fashion. This is adulting. Like, you just have to, you're doing life, right? But like, we do have the benefit of, because we work for ourselves, we get to, part of the reason our day today is so stacked is because we're literally taking the whole day off tomorrow. So, I guess not the whole day, half a day, but,
rest.
So that's
in community.
A huge benefit of it, is that we get to be able to do that. But, it makes, like, the work doesn't go away just because we're taking half a day off. It just means we have to stack it into another day.
We can flux our schedule more in the summertime. When it's school time, we really can't adjust our schedule, but we do.
And we can because we homeschool, but we do try to stay mildly structured.
It's good for the girls.
Yeah.
It's good for us. It's good for sanity and making sure that everything does get done and it doesn't get behind. So constantly being engaged, thinking about this project or this problem or this, let's just talk on the business side, like figuring out, managing clients, managing teams, managing, making sure projects are getting done and transferred into the right hands, and the assets are had and the directions are.
Well, and so it's really great that we feel like we're in a new season of the business where things are working. It feels like all the turmoil that's, the blood, sweat, and tears that have gone into it over the past 7 years have been worth it. It feels like it's finally paying off, which is great. And then it just also brings with it new problems. And that's not to be ungrateful, but that's just the reality is like you're having to constantly kind of code switch between projects because you might be working on a church, you might be working on a nonprofit, you might be working on, a coffee shop. You might so because the load is more, you're having to switch more, right? The type of work you're doing, make sure, like you said, making sure the assets are going to the right people. And then I haven't really had time for the onboarding because we've had a couple inquiries this week that
inquiries are
didn't
coming
even
in
get touched
so fast that it's and that's a huge blessing. This is not a frustration.
It's probably about the time where people start hiring assistants to go like, hey, can you handle the inquiry for me?
It might be on the task list to talk about this week. But there is just switching between all of those things. Just the email communications with past clients who are like, hey, is there any chance I could get this asset? I can't find it from 3 years ago. So you've got to go to a hard drive from 2023 and get that. Or you need to send an email, or the inquiries that are coming in. I used to reply same day within 4 to 8 hours. And now it's like, oh my God, I'm almost at a 48-hour window. I got to get back to this person fast.
Right.
But we've implemented some things like Calendly and putting a calendar and having booking. That's really been beneficial because now I don't have to go set up a Zoom link. If they click, schedule a call, it'll go. It all gets set up and put on a calendar, and that's easy peasy. That's great. But I have to reply to that email after I was doing a bunch of drawing, after I was doing a bunch of editorial stuff and social media stuff.
Yeah.
So it can be a very, very heavy mental weight. It can be very, I don't like to say stressful because it's not stressful, but there are only so many hours in the day.
Yeah.
So keeping it fun, for me, and I think I've talked about this before, last night made a banging red Thai curry. And
it was so good.
That was like a creative dump where I can shut off all the other stuff and be in that, and then sit around the table and be funny with the family for dinner. That's a helpful way for me to say, okay, there's more to do today, but for these 3 hours, 4 hours, whatever, I can be in here. Unless someone's like, hey, I need something really quick.
Yeah. Unless they call you directly. Yeah.
But that's only happening because we're taking a half a day off this week and have had a couple
There
other
have been a
things.
couple times I've had to go, I have to set my phone down. I have to leave it in the other room. Whatever. Like, hated that person respond. I don't even care right now because I can't think about it. I picked up some crocheting last night because I was like, I think I need to just turn my brain off. Yeah. So
leaving the phone and computers in the other room, iPad, even my watch, I've been taking it off. Once we hit 6:00, that comes off and I'm just done. I don't even know if I want an Apple Watch anymore, though it's very...
You always go back and forth on that.
It's such a... Do
you remember when we first dated and I didn't have a watch and you did? And you put your arm around me?
It was the OG Apple Watch, and I would have my arm around you, be watching a movie, and the thing would go... Oh my God. I remember it. It was the most irritating thing. Pretty sure that I took it off and threw it across the room at one point.
Yeah, you did. I was not very tech savvy at the time, and I just couldn't understand the need for an Apple Watch. And it drove me absolutely crazy.
I worked in tech. I had to have...
Okay, IT boy.
So we've gotten really good about leaving our devices in the other room and just being present with each other, being present with our kids, being present with people that we're doing things with.
We learned a couple new card games just to encourage ourselves to play some cards, get off the phone, which living in Michigan now, I feel like I'm back to my roots. Everybody loves to play cards.
Yeah, everybody's down for playing some cards.
I love it.
I think we've played cards with 5 or 6 different people, and it's or other people have just been playing. I've seen people playing at a restaurant, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, we keep a deck of Seinfeld Uno on us that we can play with the kids at a restaurant if we're just having a chill night. It's so fun.
You need to play that.
So,
go ahead.
Don't know what I was going to say. Go ahead.
So I was going to say the isolation, the loneliness of...
That's what I was going to ask
being
you.
In your head.
You are constantly on right now until you have those forced moments of... there are several times you start talking to me and you've already had half the conversation in your head and I'm like, hey, I don't know what project you're talking about right now.
You just made me sound really crazy.
No, but
I know what you mean.
You've been looking at your screen and you're asking my opinions of something and I'm like, I don't know which thing is in front of you. What are you talking about? And so, I was going to ask you how you're feeling with all of that because this is exciting and we are by no means complaining. But because it's the busiest we've been in years and years and years, how are you feeling as far as what are you doing to fill your bucket? Yes, the quiet time. Yes, the family time, all of that. But also we love being around people. We love being with friends. So do you feel like we are prioritizing those things enough right now?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
So yes, with family, it's easy. I do, knowing that I'm so busy, any time spent in the car, it feels like wasted time to me.
Yeah.
In Michigan, you can't get anywhere really in less than 25 minutes.
So where we live, we are not taking the interstate anywhere. It's all just side roads, it's
20 minutes to the interstate from anywhere.
I know.
Not my thing. Also, Michigan U-turns are freaking retarded. Oh my God. If there's one thing that I don't like about living here, it is
the
Michigan.
road system.
Whoever created the roads in Michigan had a mental handicap, and
Joshua.
it is so bonkers. There are 5 different areas that I can think of that I'm like, what were we thinking?
You have to
And
turn right to turn left.
that doesn't get me started on the roundabouts.
No, I try to avoid that at all costs.
There are areas
Actually,
where
there are
there's
a
like
lot.
4 to 6 of them
In a row.
in a row within like 5 miles. Like, what the heck were we thinking? Nobody was thinking. Maybe that legal weed got to them.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it is. If you
Tell
want
me-
to, if you want to waste
Tell me
time,
how you really feel.
if you want to waste time, go drive on the roads in Michigan. You can
You're
waste
so
time.
silly. Oh my god.
Uh,
Okay, so you don't want to be in the car. Got it.
So being in the car to go drive 25 to 35 minutes to go be somewhere, I love being with people. I love community,
Yeah.
but we are having to be so many places
I know.
that getting in the car and doing that again, even our kids are like, do we really have to?
I know.
So I'm mindful of that because it does feel like quality time that we could just be spending together. And so I'm kind of taking it like, if our kids don't want to be in the car either, and they're not just being whiny kids, they don't want to be in the car for 25 to 35 minutes each way. So
Who likes driving though?
you and I work in the car half the time that you're
Actually,
driving.
we do a lot of the time. He'll go, "I'm going to work while you're driving because."
Praise the Lord for a hot spot.
Yeah.
So let me finish here real quick.
Okay.
I love community. I love people.
Yeah.
But that time of driving to and fro is so like costly almost that I kind of weigh this benefit of, it would be really nice to go be around people, but I can't afford that time in this season. And I think that's okay for a season.
I think we've prioritized the things that we need to.
I think it comes down to keeping the circle small.
Yeah.
And spending quality time with a small group of people, which kind of sounds elitist, but I think it just protects our sanity and how stretched we are.
Yeah, we by no means can say yes to everything. But there are a few things
We used to.
and I tend to still like have to fight the urge to say yes to everything. Because I love being out and about, but
You've gotten so much better.
I know. And I'm noticing that my kids aren't necessarily as extroverted as I am. And so I'm trying to have grace for that.
It depends on the day. It depends on how busy our weeks have been.
It depends on what it is also. So we get to take a half a day and have a lake day tomorrow, and that'll be great. And but that's amazing for them. Like, it's such a good experience. And then we have weddings where we get to dress up and go be fancy. And so there are things that we're prioritizing, and like the people
and as it cools down, we have park days. We have
there'll be bonfires. So I do think we are having to be aware of the things we're saying yes to right now. But I don't ever want us to be so busy that we're saying no too much, and that we aren't keeping friends around, because it can be really easy to isolate. I mean, we've talked about it before. We spend all of our time together. That is very uncommon for most married people. We homeschool, so we are all together all the time. There are probably some downsides to that. We're just like, we need our space sometimes, but
we have to be intentional about getting our kids around other kids, though.
Yeah, and so
but
I don't know.
I think we do a good job at that.
I think we do a great job of it, and I think that it's how, I don't know, it just feels like the right thing for our family. I love being around you guys, and anyways, all I was really saying is, like, I do want to be careful as we're busy that we are still saying yes to hanging out with friends, making sure we have close friends, real friends.
That's what I was saying about having a smaller circle that we do things more regularly with.
Yeah.
And it's not learning. We love meeting new people. We love doing things with new people, but sometimes that can be more exhausting and getting together in this season, in this specific season, having a very small circle with limited people is actually healthy. We're all able to just unwind from everyday life, even if we go crazy and fun and wear ourselves out. At least it's like a comfortable environment. You're not breaking the ice every time and having to work. It actually is taking rest in doing it with other people. Yeah. So I think that's good. I think it's healthy.
Yeah. Jesus only had 12, so I think we're good.
You know, the loneliness of people who do what we do can feel, and we have felt, is very isolated, very unseen, very lonely. And that can go into like a deep pit really quickly. And you can start questioning why you're doing what you're doing, what your purpose, like, so be careful with that. As just a little advice, because we have been in seasons where we've said yes to everything and we've been so outgoing, and then one day comes that we have nothing to do and everybody's so zapped, and then you're like, wait, am I tired? Am I sick?
Yeah.
I actually don't want to do this anymore. Like burning out is a very real thing. So don't let your identity become all wrapped up in I do this and I'm alone.
Well, and I think that it's harder when the thing that you do for a living is also the thing that you love and is your hobby. So it's the thing we think about and talk about all the time. For people that don't maybe do this or work for themselves, you go to a job and it's easier to shut that off once you clock out. And I know that this is kind of way more like the way of entrepreneurship is incredibly popular right now. And so a lot of people are moving in that direction, but we eat, sleep, live, breathe this every single day in every aspect of our life. So when we're talking about fun stuff with friends, there's probably a creative aspect to it. Right. And then we go and we take those conversations and we use it in our real work. So I think it's important to understand who you are outside of that. I think that this is, and we've not talked about this, but I think that this is something that I have actually struggled with lately, in that my role has always kind of shifted in our family and in our work. There have been times where I have been the quintessential trad wife, like stay-at-home mom, making bread, making sourdough, doing the things. Like, I know, don't get me started. But
wait, I just realized we started bread this morning.
I know, we're gonna have fresh
bread this afternoon.
So right now, that's not it. And maybe part of it is because we don't have our own house. I don't know. There's a lot of things I could say about that, but there's just a busyness that we're experiencing right now that I can't keep a sourdough starter alive. I had to throw it away. It was too much time and energy right now in this moment. We're fine. There's still a lot of traditional things that we do as a family, and we cook, we don't eat out a lot, we, all those kinds of things, right? But my role is way more involved in the business right now.
Right.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think I have struggled with am I being the best version of myself? I don't feel like I'm lacking in the way that I serve my family or anything like that, but is this the person that I want to be, that I'm meant to be, that I'm called to be? Yes, I do believe that I am supposed to be in some form of leadership with what we're doing with the business, with church, with all of those kinds of things, ministries,
podcasting.
But I think I don't want to let go fully of that other thing that I love, because I think that there's probably going to be another season where it comes back and I'm donning an apron and making sourdough again. But right now, that's not the thing that I can pour my energy into being.
But you have done, and maybe you don't realize this, clearly you don't realize this, but what I've watched you do is, as you've taken on more work and more responsibility, more leadership, what hasn't been sacrificed is the time that you spend with the girls and how easily you will drop everything to go do stuff with them and still effortlessly get everything done. The way that you and I are able to spend time together, and we may be both in our computer, but we can laugh and we can make jokes. We can listen to music while we're doing that. But just a perfect example here is you're in the middle of like crushing through 90 things work-wise yesterday, and you're spending time with the girls and making crafts with the girls. And in the middle of the day, you turned on the splash pad and went outside with him and drank coffee outside. You haven't sacrificed that. And so whether you realize it or not. I
had this idea of like myself with a bunch of kids and an
wait,
apron.
Let me finish praising you. So no matter how busy you are, you always jump into mom mode because it's so natural, it's so easy, and it's so important to you. Yeah. And that is your purpose, to raise these girls right with me. But you have no problem saying, okay, that needs to get done, but this has to be done right now. So girls, give me 5 minutes and I'll do this. And the rest of the stuff I'll do after you go to bed, or I'll do while you're reading, or I'll do while you're playing. Yeah. You are so good at like scheduling that out and planning that, tasking that. I don't think you realize how good you are at that. I'm very jealous of how good you are at that.
I appreciate everything you're saying. Okay. I just think there's a version of myself that wants to be Susie Homemaker. And I have been at times. But yeah, that's not it right now. It's Susie Boss Lady right now. And that's a new thing for me. It's not new. It's just like I'm having to embrace it a little bit more than I have in the past.
It's requiring more time.
It is. It's requiring more structure. It doesn't require structure for me to like hold my babies and bake cookies with them, right? That doesn't require structure. It doesn't. Homeschooling barely requires structure in this way.
And multiplication, like those are things that you invest in, and I think it might feel a little more chaotic or out of control or whatever you're feeling because we don't have that school structure right now. But I think as that comes in and we're doing that, we're all going to feel a lot more warm and cozy with a nice little schedule.
Maybe I'm just anticipating fall cozy baking time. I don't know. Yeah, I think I am excited for school to start. I know they're not leaving. Like, it's not like, oh, okay, I have more time because the kids are going to be gone or anything like that. Like, they're going to be here still.
You have less time because you have to teach them.
I think I'm excited about the structure. It's going to force, our youngest is going to be starting as well. So that will be a whole new learning curve. And maybe, honestly, if I'm really, this is like therapy now, but if I'm really digging into it, I do think her starting school is making me a little nervous because I've not had to homeschool both of them at the same time. And I just want that to go well. I don't want our oldest to sacrifice like her. I know you're going to say all the nice things. I'm just telling you, like, I do think that I'm feeling a little like, okay, well, I'm going to have to do both of them now. And we do it. We all sit and we do it as a family. But like, I'm just feeling the change of it and having to work full time on top of that. So it's going to be
a shift.
Yeah. And I'd rather let it all go and just bake cookies and wear an apron. If I'm being honest, that's what I want to do.
Our youngest has done incredibly well. And she's so, our oldest has been so into, I want more. Like she just craves to learn more and know more. And our youngest has really picked up on that. She's 4. There are going to be some days
I know
where it just doesn't go. When we sent our oldest to kindergarten a year early because she was just she wanted more. She went to a private Christian school and thrived and just like became like a voracious learner of like asking questions in not just in schoolwork, but more so just in life. And she still does it to this day. And she wants to know the inner workings of everything. And I'm like, can you just be a kid for a second?
I know.
But I think we just have to have some grace in the fact that we're starting with a 4-year-old.
Yeah.
There are going to be some days where
Yeah.
The attention span isn't there, and it's okay.
Yeah, I don't think I have like high expectations for it necessarily. She's already reading and spelling and writing and all the things. Like, I think it's going to be
She
great.
started writing in her own.
I mean, any mom listening can understand the mom guilt of it all. Like, it's not even guilt. It's just like, I just want them to have, I want it to be a good experience for them.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful that I feel like I have people around that I can like talk through things and ask about things. And I don't know, you know. So I feel like the fall coming up is, I'm feeling the change in it all. Like, it feels like it's going to be a very different season of life.
Yeah.
So
I think that's kind of a interesting point of feeling unstructured can feel, I mean, a few months of unstructured summer, like doing more fun stuff and not being strict on bedtime and getting up time, like all of that. So there's that can be a weight that you carry around. But then there's also, is it burnout? Do I need rest? Am I depleted? Am I getting filled? Like, what is going on in my head? Creative burnout is real.
Yeah.
Life burnout is real. Needing a rest day is real.
Thank God for Thursday.
Thank God for Thursday. But just because you need rest or you need to be filled doesn't mean that work stops. It doesn't mean that you're maybe not work. Maybe that's the wrong thing. It doesn't mean effort stops. And I do think that we've talked about this before. The importance of Sabbath and rest is so incredibly important.
I think we have a whole episode on that.
We do. That's so important. But what about when your ideas dry up?
Yeah, I think sometimes what we think we need is rest, and actually what we need is inspiration. I just need some fresh ideas. I just need to take a step back. I just need to, which, you know what, now that I'm saying that, we should go to the art museum. That would be really fun. That would be a good like reset for going into the fall, I think. But
back to school field trip.
Yeah, actually, that's a great idea.
Oh, I have to do that branding.
Okay. I think that we need to sometimes just be inspired, right? Rest days can inspire you. I think that's, if you're really like looking for it.
If you can shut your brain off and you can let other things flow through, it can be refilling. So let me ask you this, because for me, I feel like I'm constantly finding inspiration from everything. Literally, as we've been sitting here, the computer, the waveforms have been inspiring me in a design I need to do.
Okay.
It's weird. The coffee cup is at an angle, and it inspired something that I did last night that I'm like, oh, I should have used that. There's a box that you got me of miniature soldiers, and the style of
We're
that.
Ted Lasso fans. I don't know what to say.
I mean, the style of the artwork on there just gave me an idea for Coffee Black to do a thing moving into the fall. And I'm like, so I feel like I'm constantly inspired when the sky is different. When I go outside on a stormy day, I get inspired by that. So
yeah,
I'm constantly inspired by patterns and textures and different things. Putting a cardigan over a t-shirt like inspires me when I'm getting dressed in the morning. So for me, that feels like overload. My brain is always processing that.
Yeah.
Is that not normal?
I'm going to go with no. No, I was actually thinking, I feel like my inspiration, and not that I'm necessarily creating in the same way that you are, but if I need inspiration or I just need to like think for a second, for me, that usually comes from nature in some form or fashion. It's why when I'm feeling overwhelmed, I'm like, I have to go outside right now. I've done this I'm literally thinking right now, I've done this my whole life. I used to, just as a teenager even, I'd get up at 5 a.m., make coffee, and go sit on the front porch. And Is it normal that we all wrote like angsty songs when we were teenagers? Did we all do that?
That is
No?
100% normal.
Okay. And I remember sitting on the front porch and writing a song, which I'm positive was angsty. I don't remember really what it was, but it was something about watching the world wake up, you know, and
Was it
watching the
created between
sunrise.
the ages of 17 and 22?
Yeah, it was.
Then it was angsty.
Yeah. So, and there's just little things. I feel like such an old person lately where I'm like, oh my God, a squirrel. Oh my God, a bird. Like, it's so stupid. But
No, buying bird seed for the bird is dumb.
I don't know. I'm like, so the whole time we've been talking, I've actually been looking out the windows at the trees going like, okay, look at the branches. Look at like, so I feel like I draw inspiration from very specific things. I love being outside.
Mm-hmm.
And
I do too, but my allergies don't.
I feel like our kids don't love being outside as much as I do. And that's fine. I'll force them anyways. But
I would work outside more if my laptop wasn't in the direct heat.
Yeah.
But that doesn't work very well.
Yeah. I don't know. So I think, I don't even know what we're talking about anymore. I am finding inspiration in different ways, I guess, but I have to be very specific about the way that I get inspired depending on the project that I'm working on. It doesn't just come to me. What you're saying that you have just figured out 6 projects by sitting in this room right now is wild to me. I could never.
Maybe I'm a crackhead.
Maybe choose a different word.
Maybe my brain works I don't know.
I don't know. But those things also bring me rest.
Okay, so that's what I was going to ask. Does it bring you peace?
It does bring me peace. So now that I'm saying it, I'm like, I don't actually know if it's bringing me inspiration or I'm just feeling rested so that I can go back and be inspired.
So everything
I just said might not be true.
Everything that you just said and everything that I just said. So for me, that is keeping my creative like inspiration, my bucket full, so that when I sit down on a blank artboard, it's not like I'm living in this chaotic world. It's, oh my God, somebody asked for something and I have to just come up with this. I just did this marriage conference and I was like, they gave me some inspiration and I was like, oh, I have an idea in my head. And I just went and drew it. Like, because I had seen other things they sent me, it like full on directed. So this whole idea that creatives live in this chaotic atmosphere, that we love it, like going back to the angst, like I think that's a really big misconception that musicians, artists, creatives live in this.
Musicians are the exception.
Well, I mean, musicians probably are, but that's why we have great music from them. But as a creative, I feel like filling myself up like that keeps me in a place of peace. And I don't like living in chaos. First thing this morning, you started talking and I was like, I got to write down everything I need to get done on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Because I need this out of my head because I don't like chaos.
I do wonder if our structure is normal for creatives. I remember a few years ago, I'm trying to remember who said it. We were talking to someone about a project and you were incredibly organized and you were thinking through it in a very specific way. And they were like, I don't know how can you be so creative and so organized at the same times? I feel like
so many people say that
counterintuitive and or counteract one another.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. And so we kind of chalked it up to like us both working in corporate and, you working in IT and project management. So
I did start my professional career as project manager.
Yes. So we kind of came into this like creative vein with management skills.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just funny. I would not call our life chaotic at all or the way that we work.
We've talked about like if there's not peace in it, we hit pause and we figure out how do we go.
Yeah. Okay. Let's switch gears.
Switch it up.
Okay. Let's do I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
What is something dumb that you've done recently in a project?
Ooh, something dumb.
Or maybe just something you didn't like, or you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. Oh, I forgot you're amazing creative. You haven't done anything dumb.
Oh no, I do a lot of dumb stuff. Listen, there are some days that everything I create is dumb. I'm trying to think of like, there's a lot of like, that's not good enough that happens. So I'm trying to think like, what is something that was dumb?
And that's not coming from comparison. That's coming from like you holding yourself to a high standard of like, I can't deliver this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me ask you a different question.
Okay.
Because you don't have any answers for that. What is something that...
Let's get it right.
Okay,
I have dumb ideas. Very dumb ideas sometimes.
Okay. What is a style trend that you used to be obsessed with that you're completely over right now?
Okay. I'll go to that. I have a lot of dumb ideas. I used to execute on them and waste a lot of time. And I've learned, don't execute the dumb.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I can't think of a dumb idea.
That just means your filter has changed. Yeah.
I stopgap before I waste time doing it. Because I have gotten pretty good at being efficient. Something that I used to be obsessed with. I really used to like the more like urban, futuristic, trendy, like style. And I think in the last, 6 months, maybe a year, I've been just really studying a lot of old 1950s to now editorial and really trying to bring back like communicating a message and evoking an emotion in a chaotic world. And doing some really cool stuff. Yeah, I'm going to be sharing some stuff on socials as it gets posted, but just having some trust from a couple clients to do some really cool stuff and go editorial style is something that I'm working on and loving. So getting away from the like what is trending and really just focusing on what is engaging. Massive text, misproportioned like juxtaposition of that over a completely contrasting photo or something.
Do you want to know my completely over it thing? Okay, I'm going to show you a picture.
I was about to ask
I know
you.
the people can't see it, but do you remember this artist right here?
Oh yeah.
Do you know what that's called?
That like hologram, mock
it's
hologram,
like slash like negative, like film negative, like
You're like separating the RGB.
And it's like greens and blues and yellows and pinks.
It's
like
separating the RGB.
Oh,
like
is that what it is? Okay.
The reds, greens, blues.
Okay. Yeah, I'm. There's an artist that I follow on Instagram. I used to be obsessed.
I haven't followed him for a while because it was the same
now.
thing.
And I recently saw somebody do a merch in that style, and I just was immediately like, I'm over that.
So a lot of people just started stealing that.
I know.
A lot of people started stealing Josh Veeds.
I wondered if it was coming back, or which Josh Veeds is not the same to me at all. I think he tries to stay pretty.
No, I'm saying they're stealing what these people have been doing for 10 years.
Yeah.
What
this is
they
guy's
rose
art.
to fame.
He's not doing anything new or different with his art, but I'm kind of over the style because so many people have done it. And then recently I saw something that I was like, oh, I can't believe people are still doing this. And I wondered if it was making a comeback or if it was old. I didn't really know. But I haven't seen it in a long time, and then I saw that. So I'm assuming it was just like kind of an old trend that somebody did.
I'm getting tired of mimicking.
I'm so passionate about not mimicking. It's just...
Hey, churches, don't go and steal a slogan from another church because they're doing stuff with it. That doesn't mean your church culture is fitting that.
No, you have to like...
I keep seeing so much of that of...
I know. I'm so passionate about like if you're taking it from another church... Okay, maybe it does completely fit what you're trying to do or like where you're trying to go, but also like don't do it without asking God if you're supposed to.
How about their vision isn't your church's vision?
Yes, like you can't just take it because it's a good idea. You can.
We're dogging on churches because we see a lot of church merch that comes out, and it's lack of creative. If you're not a creative or you're not a merch designer, don't go acting like you are and communicating a message to your congregation. That can be really hard in doing things.
Yeah. Okay, so we did something that you're over. What is your current, like, is there an artist or a trend that you're really, really loving right now?
I just said the editorial.
Yeah.
Really,
Yeah.
there are a lot of brands that have been doing obscure, off the wall things for a few years. They're realizing that the gimmick didn't work, and they're trying to salvage a reputation.
Mm-hmm.
And the answer is 1950s suburbia.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that literally is the answer. Go look at the ads for cigarettes and alcohol from
cars,
from
and
Campbell's,
mm-hmm.
for cars. Go
appliances.
Go look at those ads and how they were marketing, their strategy that they were using in 1950s and 60s. You'll get your answer. People want wholesome.
Mm-hmm.
People want clear, clean,
yeah.
concise.
Yep.
And they're looking for that. So that's why I say obsessed, but my focus is really to try and to get people to do more of their branding projects, going towards editorial, going towards classic, clean lines, not being so modern, Fendi, Louis Vuitton, straight lines, but doing stuff that's more embracing, that is connecting to a product more, or connecting to a brand, instead of just, oh, that looks cool.
Yeah.
So,
no, I
creating warmth through imagery.
That being said, I need your help with a newsletter I'm building.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. Any, well, I don't know. I don't want to ask the question. You ask the question. We're just hanging out. We're just hanging out today. That's really what this whole podcast is.
Chill. So, is there a church or brand that's doing things right now that you are inspired by?
Oh, there is a church. I don't remember the name of it though. That I'm following, that I visually am liking.
What
some
are
of
they
their
doing
stuff
that you're liking?
I'm liking their brand consistency and how they are.
Those are good words.
Yeah, I like how they're staying on brand with their marketing and still making it engaging and different in what they're doing. Yeah. So that I'm really liking, and I'm seeing like some of their socials, and I'm just imagining like what their print and their in-service stuff looks like. That I'm yeah. So I like that. I like see, and okay, I like drawing inspiration from that, going, I like what they're doing, I like how they're doing it, how does it fit ours, you know?
You like the ideology and the structure.
Yes.
How
I
do
like the plan.
fit that?
Yeah.
Don't just copy.
Right.
I like that.
Yeah.
Do you have, as you've kind of stepped into more leadership and those things, do you feel like there's new rhythms, routines, ways that you're doing things that you are, I know you feel like you're a little overwhelmed at times and not able to be Susie Homemaker, boss lady, mommy, all those things. You're doing an incredible job, but is there something you're doing to keep it all together? Because you are doing an incredible job, and I'm not just saying that because I'm your husband, I love you. You're doing an incredible job. You have to be doing something to be maintaining it all well.
I'm going to be honest, it's my brain right now. And I wish I could be like, oh, yeah, this cool organizational tool that I have found is solving all my problems. And that's not the case. I feel the shift coming. Like, you know how, I mean, I know I keep relating it to the weather, but you know how like right before the leaves start changing, you can feel it in your body that like fall is coming. You know, I just, okay, girls, if you're listening, stick with me. When Lorelai says she knows it's about to snow and it's not snowing yet, and she turns out to be right, it ends up snowing. And the line in Gilmore Girls is, I smell snow. And they're like, it's not snowing yet. And then it does snow. That's kind of what I feel like right now. I feel like I'm soaking up those last few weeks of summer. I know it's August. We're not starting school till later. So I feel like I'm soaking up what's left. And I smell snow. Like, meaning the organization, the shift, all the things that I know are about to change are about to change. And I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
I don't have a cool tool that I'm using right now, but I think ask me in a month, and there's probably going to be a lot more structure around it.
Oh, yeah.
Like I feel the change coming.
But I
right
think
around
that's
the
an
corner.
incredible thing that, like, when you walk through different seasons,
Yeah.
realizing that ChatGPT isn't going to make you more money.
Yeah.
It's not going to make your life easier, but actually figuring it out in your own brain becomes the money-making tool. It becomes how I manage a schedule, manage doing 20 different things, being an awesome mom, being a business owner, being a creative. You can be all the things and still have your focus and your purpose when it actually comes from you and you live it.
Yeah.
It is a lot easier. It's not a lot easier, it just is easy when you're living it versus when you're pretending to hold it all together. And a lot of people, if they just tried and put their mind to it, could do a lot more.
Yeah.
And your brain is your superpower. I think that's cool.
Thanks, babe.
Okay, so let's just, you talked about crocheting, so I'm not going to ask you what a weird hobby is or a random hobby.
No,
but
there's a few things, like I want to read through Chronicles of Narnia again with the girls. Like there's a few things that I'm thinking of that like I want to do that are kind of those forced, like get off your phone. So I'm trying to think about what that's going to be, what that's going to look like. I really, really want to learn how to crochet. I'm finding it rather difficult, if I'm being honest. So yeah, I want to do that. I am also kind of in this weird place with fashion right now and what I'm comfortable in and what I want to be wearing, which is so funny. I love talking about it. We talk about fashion a lot. And so I think that is changing a little bit. And I like to go through waves of what I like and don't like to wear. But
the weather's changing. I'm ready to order a new hoodie.
Oddly enough, you mentioned 1950s like ad stuff. I'm feeling, maybe it's my want to be a trad wife, but I am feeling
That's such a weird thing to say.
Traditional wife. That's
Trad wife sounds like some trendy.
Just want to be ballerina farm. I'm just kidding. No, I just got a dress that it's incredibly 50s style, and I actually really like that. I used to like that a lot, so we'll see what vein I pick up for the rest of the year.
How about we retire trad wife?
Okay, I won't say it again. Thank you.
Baller wife. I don't know.
I'm not gonna say that. It's never gonna happen.
Never. How about not trad wife?
Okay.
I don't. Ugh.
Do you want me to edit it out?
No, you don't need to edit it out.
Okay.
Beep. What the heck are you guys doing? Maybe that
Can
would.
you imagine if we added a beep?
Well, that could be
We'd
funny.
lose half our listener base.
Wait, we could literally add a beep. We get so many text messages. People like, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you if you have any like whatevers. I'm really hooked on the coconut water with the froth espresso drink. That is like it's time to get stuff done, and it has become, it's like Red Bull on steroids.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't like it. I know you want me to like it. I just don't like it.
You don't like Red Bull either. But it's a healthier alternative.
But coconut water doesn't taste like Red Bull. I don't know. Your coconut water coffee stitch is just not my thing.
Have you ever tried, people out there, coconut water with froth espresso on it over ice? It's incredible. Go try it.
Josh is big about his coffee, so he's probably right that it tastes good, and I just don't like it.
If I could find good-looking oranges, I would squeeze some orange in it, and that would just be so good. Anyways, okay.
Are you going to ask me if I have a...
So for me, that has been my, it's time to go. That and English breakfast tea. Mm-hmm. I've had a lot of that lately. Do you have any snack, drink, something?
It's always Takis.
Trader Joe's Takis.
I say Takis. It's Trader Joe's Takis.
We haven't bought those in so long.
This is probably 2 like whatever.
Also,
but,
Trader Joe's dark chocolate peanut butter cups.
Okay. I'm not enjoying coffee very much lately. Like, I'm drinking it in the morning, but I think that it's because what I really want is like creamy, foamy, frothy lattes, and me and milk aren't getting along these days.
You want a PSL?
So, no.
You ready for a PSL? That's one of the worst
I
times
can't
of
say
year.
trad wife, but you can say PSL.
Yeah, because everybody, it's about to infiltrate the world for the next 3 months. PSL, gotta get my PSL. I'm a dude, but I like my PSL. Okay, all right.
You are something today.
There was a warning on this episode.
What do you, oh yeah, that's true.
I put a warning.
Oh my god.
We're talking about putting a beep in over trad wife.
Oh Lord have mercy.
We could bleep out all the trad wife and the PSL. People would lose their minds.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, today you have gotten half therapy, half talk show. I don't really know what this episode was.
We're preparing to go see Jerry Seinfeld, so we're getting a little stand-up in.
Okay. Is that what this was?
I don't know.
This was your take at stand-up?
I'm going to stick with graphic design.
Quit your day job.
I do hope that this was entertaining.
Hold on. I'm not done. What is one thing you're most looking forward to the rest of the week? Our daughters like to play, what was your favorite thing today?
It's
over
actually
dinner?
one of my favorite parts of the day.
The cutest thing. Okay. What are you most looking forward to? Today's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Watching E.T. for the first time with our girls on Saturday morning.
They're really excited about that. And I'm really scared they're going to be scared.
E.T. phone
Our
home.
4-year-old keeps walking around the house saying that. And she hasn't even seen the movie yet.
I showed them the trailer when he's in the closet with the clothes on. Phone.
Oh my gosh.
Phone. I think that's going to be... Our kids love the 90s.
Yeah.
We just watched Space Jam as a family a few weeks ago and ate pizza, and it was like the only thing that would have made it better.
She was doing Legos while we were doing that. I was like, This is the most 90s night ever.
The only thing that would have made that better is if we were at 1998 Pizza Hut buffet, hanging out in the moody red room with the red cups.
How are our kids going to learn how to read with Pizza Hut not existing anymore?
What was that? What was the thing? Book It?
Book It, I think. Yeah.
Book It.
Yeah.
I think that my
watching
parents just X'd off to get free pizza. I don't think I actually ever read the books. True confessions.
Oh my Lord. I hope you guys have gotten to know us better after today's episode. It was not incredibly deep or profound or necessarily creative, but
I mean, I had fun.
I had fun, and
I actually feel very inspired to go create now.
I actually do too. I think just talking, just having a day, like an episode where, I don't know, we just like chat. I don't know. We don't have to be deep all the time.
No, it doesn't have to be deep all the time.
Today isn't a deep day.
Today isn't a deep day on the pod, but it is a very full day.
Yeah.
And a very deep day of like big conversations, big projects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was good to keep it light. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope this wasn't a disappointment with all of our other crazy, profound episodes that we like to have. So
I think if people are going to listen to stuff like last week, this will be a breath of fresh
yeah.
air.
Maybe.
Okay, so we are not going to have a big announcement next week.
No, we're not.
Because transparency, being honest, and sometimes plans don't go as expected.
Yep.
And life
and
is lifing, and you pivot. And so we're going to shoot for all video podcasts starting with episode 30. If you are in the area and have a desire to help out with that, hit us up.
Yeah.
Because we could use some assistance in that area.
I think we could just use some like knowledge too from anybody that's done it. We've been very honest in that when we started this podcast, it was, we're bootstrapping this thing. Like we did research, but like we didn't really set ourselves up for success. We just got started because God told us to. And so we said yes. And so
Sometimes just start in your car in the middle of the rain and put a blanket over your head.
Episode 1, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, yeah, if you are familiar with the podcast space and maybe you have a space, maybe you have equipment, maybe you could just tell us what to buy. Maybe you could, whatever it is, reach out. We'd love to actually chat. And just why do it on our own when we are trying to build community?
We don't pretend to be professionals in an area that we have no experience. Or little experience. I like it.
Okay.
All right.
Have a great weekend, you guys.
Have an amazing weekend. Let us know if you like these releases coming out on Friday better.
Yeah.
Like, follow, share, subscribe.
Bye.